life of ease, peace, and luxury without compromising our goals and our faith? Well, in this episode, we unpack this soft life trend. It's not about laziness, but it is about living intentionally, honoring rest, and receiving the goodness of God without the guilt. Hey everyone, welcome to the Well Balanced Life with Dr. Dana, the place where faith meets real life and wholeness becomes a lifestyle. I am so glad you're here. Grab your tea and let's dig in. Let me share this moment with you because I am not too far removed from what I just described. A few years ago, I was juggling so many things: church responsibility, my corporate work, my business, shout out Renaissance Christian University, go Torches, and even my family and my obligations as a wife and a mom. And although all of these things were super important to me and things that I was passionate about, I found myself sitting in my driveway after a long commute home in traffic. I was eating a dry burger that I got somewhere from some drive through, and I was scrolling through my calendar, choking back tears because I had been productive, but I wasn't peaceful. I was performing, but I was not present. I had all of these beautiful things going on in my life, and I was not present. After all, I'm the author of the book Reminders for Grinders. And so that should tell you something about where my headspace was at that time. I knew all about the grind, but not so much about rest and truly, fully trusting in God. I had to have my hands in it in order to feel secure. Is anybody else like that? It's like it ain't right unless you're supervising it and hovering over it and managing it, because after all, who knows how to do it better than you? I'm guilty of being that person. I do not think that I am alone in that. But it was that day sitting in that driveway feeling completely overwhelmed and feeling as if I was missing the point of it all that I asked myself, what would it mean for me to be intentional about pursuing peace? And in that moment, I had to ask myself if I was going to be willing to give up control and just surrender for the sake of peace, AKA the soft life. Was I willing to let God take the wheel while I sit back and trust His plan? Because I don't really know how the soft life can be if you have to really grind and struggle and control everything that happens. Yes, sis, you still have time left in this year to slide your way right into living the soft life. But first, I need you to believe that you deserve it. Please let go of this idea that everything has to be hard. I know up until this point, it has been hard. I know you feel like all my life I've had to fight. I understand that mantra. I have worn that same idea myself. But life does not have to be hard. Remember, His burden is easy and His yoke is light. We just read that in Matthew. Remember that He said that he came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. Guess what that means? The fact that He came and you belong to Him, you qualify for the soft life if you would just surrender. Let that sink in. You qualify for the soft life, but it requires surrender. I know. We don't like the S word. We don't like surrender. We don't like submit. We don't like sit down. But I promise you, it is better on the other side. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me give you 3 ways to step into the soft life with strong faith intact in 2025. Is that fair? Y'all still rocking with me? All right, let's do this because after all, we deserve it. Number 1, start your day slowly. Oh my gosh, before the emails, before the noise, before the endless requests and pressure from your precious to-do list, give God your first breath. Give Him your first breath. Even just 10 minutes of silence, time spent journaling, time spent in prayer can set the pace for your entire day and anchor your soul. And when you feel yourself trying to rush out of the pause because something popped in your head that you know that you have to do for the day and it's important, resist that urge and sit in the moment before you move on to doing. all that stuff will be there. It's not going anywhere. I promise you. You taking a moment to give God your first and start your day off slowly is not going to derail your day. In fact, it's actually going to set you up for success. My husband, bless his heart, he calls it easing into the day. He has said this for years. He has done this since I've met him. And I used to be so jealous and even a little judgy about his approach to his day. I was just like, look at him, moving all slow, taking his time getting out the bed, savoring his coffee, reading the newspaper, doing his devotion. And by the time his day got started, I was already on my fourth meeting. I was already knee deep into work and knee deep into worry. And I was judging him for not having the same sense of urgency. Didn't he have stuff to get done? Didn't he know time is of the essence? Time is money. Wasn't his calendar full? Yes to all of that. But he refused to let life rush him into busyness. He was adamant about starting his day on his terms. And by God, that's something that he has abided by for the entire time that I've known him. And I have learned to adopt this idea of starting my day slowly. So guess what I do not do anymore? I don't roll over and pick up my phone and check my calendar and check my emails and check social media and check my bank account. Believe it or not, those were the first few things I did once my eyes popped open. Boom, 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 boom. I'm already checking statuses and checking deliverables and checking who needs me and what I have to do for the day before I had ever even said, Lord, thank you for a brand new day. No wonder I was stressed. The next thing that I want to give you after you start your day off slowly is to say yes to rest. And listen, I'm not just talking about naps, okay? I'm talking about real rest. I'm talking about soul rest. I'm talking about putting margin in your schedule. What does that mean? That means not every moment you're booked and busy. You're not always running from one thing to the next thing. Schedule in moments of joy. Schedule where you are just not doing anything, where it is okay to just be. Not doing anything other than the most important thing, being. Who says we always have to be on or be doing something or working through a checklist? Where did we get this from? Where did we get this idea that if we're not busy, we're not adding value? Honey, just being is all the value you need to add. Let me say that again. Just being, just you waking up, just you being in the room, that's all the value you need to add. And if anyone tries to act like you are not doing enough because you're choosing rest, like the lady in the meme says, make it enough. Make it enough. Or like I like to tell people, you will live and not die. If I don't jump to the exact thing that you need me to do in this moment, I promise you, you will live and not die until your appointed time. And yes, stuff does need to get done. But does that mean I have to be the one to do it? Absolutely not, because I'm busy resting. Got it? All right, so we're going to ease into our day slowly. We are going to say yes to rest. And lastly, we are going to shift our mindset from hustle to harvest. Whew, I think this was the point that really made the most impact and difference in my life. When I shifted my mindset from the scarcity mindset, when I shifted this mindset from if I don't do, I don't eat, if I don't produce, if I don't grind, if I don't hustle, to understanding that I'm an heir to a harvest. Trust that God is working even when you are not. Listen, he doesn't keep bankers' hours. He is not on our same schedule. He's not cashing in PTO. Trust that God is working even when you are not. It's Psalm 127:2 that says, he gives his beloved sleep. And if you are like me, you like to be in control, which is such a false concept. I don't know why we feel like control is this concretized thing. It is really something that is a abstract concept that blows in the wind. He is truly the one in ultimate control. And he knows your beginning from your end. And I find that when I'm trying to control things, it is because my trust is shaky in that area. But I'm thankful that in this season, I've learned to pause the hustle and the grind. And I can tell you something that still comes to a complete surprise to me, which I don't know why it should, because God's word is true. But I have seen more by doing less. I have seen more by doing less. You know what this tells me? I was in God's way. He had been waiting for me to move out of his seat all this time. And God is so gracious that he will let us control it if we want to. He's like, bet, you got it, boo, do you. But his way is so much better. I have been to countries I never thought I'd see. I have met people I never thought I'd meet. I've been invited to more tables and seen more favor and had more life changing conversations since I stopped trying than I ever did when I was trying my hardest. His plans truly are better. His yoke truly is easy, and his burden really is light. Your softness is not a weakness, it's actually a spiritual strength. So take a deep breath. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to stop striving. You don't have to carry it all. You are allowed to just be. And that is more than enough. And here's the thing, we are not waiting to be rescued because, truth be told, who we think is coming is not coming. I'm sorry. Even when we have the best of tribes, right? Who we think is coming is not coming. The soft life is not tied to a rich spouse with a big bank account or your next promotion or the kids growing up and moving out. No, it starts the moment you decide to stop the grind and embrace rest and trust. All right, ladies, 2025 is going to be our year to embrace the soft life. Yes, I pray you get the yacht. I pray you get the driver, the personal trainer, the chef, the unlimited credit card. But more importantly, I pray you surrender to God's plan and to his rest. Well, thank you so much for hanging with me today. I pray I've said something that has encouraged you to think and has challenged you to just surrender. Now, before I go, I want to give you a little teaser about next week's episode. It's one that I really poured my heart into, and it's titled Dear Black Woman. Now, anybody can listen, but this is a message for my sisters. We are picking up from this current discussion, and we're going to be talking about the cultural pressure to be everything to everyone and how to finally put the cape down. Until next time, no matter how your day has been or what your life has been like up to now, remember, the day goes on. Listen, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. If this has been a blessing to you, share it with someone else. See you next week.